Hello, hello. I'm Casey,
And I'm Fal.
and this is
Render the darkness.
Hello.
And today is going to be a WTF.
WTF.
And we're going to be talking about two stories. Count two. That revolve around different kinds of soldiers.
Before we get into that, though, I'm going to give you your WTFF. What the fun fact? Yeah. You see how clever that was? All right. So I don't know the story or the case that she's going to be telling, but I do know that it's sort of based around Iran or Iran, however you pronounce that, your preferred pronunciation method. The fun fact comes out of Iran or Iran, and that is that it is 90% of the world's supply of saffron.
Ooh, did not know that.
I also did not know that. That's it. That's your fun fact. That's your WTFF.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the first story. So the first story is about Wojtek, who was born in 1942 in Hamadan, Iran. Now, when he was young, his mother was killed by a group of hunters. Now, he would go on to be adopted by an 18-year-old, Inka, hopefully I said this correctly, Bokajic, on April 8th, 1942, who was a great niece of one of the generals and who was a Polish civilian. Now, she had accompanied the Ander Army after being deported to the Soviet Union after the 1939 Soviet invasion of eastern Poland. She had one of the lieutenants take him to the Polish refugee camp, where he would stay for 3 months. In August, he was sent to the 2nd Transport Company, which would become the 22nd Artillery Supply Company, and this is where he actually got his name, Wojtek. Now, when he was younger, he had issues swallowing, so they would actually feed him condensed milk from a vodka bottle. He was also given fruits, marmalade, honey, syrup. They would often give him beer when he was behaving, which would eventually
Still while he was a baby?
become his favorite drink. Now,
While he was a baby.
Yes, while he was a baby. Later in life, he started smoking, eating cigarettes, and enjoyed coffee in the mornings.
Did you say eating cigarettes?
Yeah.
What's happening over there?
When other soldiers were cold, he would often sleep with them to keep them warm.
Oh.
He went to Iraq, Syria, Palestine, and Egypt with the 22nd Company. Now, he would actually start copying the other men by drinking beer and smoking when they did. He would march beside them, and he had his own caregiver that was to watch him at all times. When the Battle of Monte Cassino started, he weighed about 200 pounds.
How tall was he?
Well, I didn't say at the moment.
At the moment, so it says later. Alright. I guess I'll wait to get that answer.
You'll find out. Just wait.
I'm just curious why it's an important factor later, but not important now when it's saying his weight. Why would they separate those facts? Was he a different height in this moment than he is later?
Maybe. I don't know. They don't say, so.
Alright.
I'm going to say he's probably a little bit shorter now than he is later.
Why is that? Is he not 18 or older? Is he not an adult?
You just have to listen. Now,
how old is this kid? I need more information. What is happening? He's eating cigarettes and drinking beer.
Yep.
We don't know his age. We don't know how tall he is.
Well, you know he's 200 pounds.
I said age or tall. I know his weight. That's not helpful.
The 2nd Polish Corps were sent to fight beside the British 8th Army. So, in order for Wojtek to be able to get on the ship, he had to become an actual soldier with his own paybook, rank, and serial number, so they made him a private.
In fact, it seems like the least important fact. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. I'm just like, what?
I know.
What's going on with this story?
Yeah, like I said, if you don't know the story, yeah, you're probably just sitting like, what? Now, he lived in a tent with the other soldiers, but he slept in a crate.
Is this not a real human? Is
He's
this
a
kind of like,
soldier.
is this like a Mowgli situation? Is it like some kind of man cub that they've integrated into civilization? What is happening?
Now, he would help his troop by carrying ammunition that weighed about 100 pounds that contained 25-pound of artillery shells, and he never dropped a single one. Anytime he seen someone carrying a box, he would copy them, carrying it by themselves, and those boxes normally would take 4 men to carry.
Maybe he did drop them. He just ate them, and nobody knew he dropped one.
Maybe. Eat this real quick.
It looks like a cigarette.
Now, after the war ended, he became a celebrity to a lot of people, including generals and statesmen. He was also given a promotion to corporal. In his recognition, they created a statue of him carrying an artillery shell, and this would become the official emblem of the 22nd Company. The 22nd Company was then sent to Berkshire, Scotland in 1945, where they were stationed at a farm close to Hutton Village. Now, after he was discharged on November 15th, 1947, he went to the Edinburgh Zoo, where he spent the rest of his life.
Like he went, what does that mean? He went to the zoo to live?
Yeah. He would have...
What kind of Tusk shit is going on here? Not sponsored.
No.
Just curious.
He would have many visitors, and some would throw him cigarettes.
The fuck is this thing?
He loved being taught to in Polish and would remember a lot of his friends
Is
from
it
his
a
troop.
bear?
So, at the age of 21, on December 2nd, unfortunately, Wojtek passed, and when he died, he weighed almost 1,100 pounds and was over 5 feet 11 inches tall.
It's an elephant? Was he an elephant?
So, like Casey, I'm sure a lot of you, if you don't know the story, are wondering what kind of soldier Wojtek was.
The hell was he?
He was a Syrian brown bear.
I said a bear.
If
I knew
you ever get the chance to go to Edinburgh, try to go to the Princess Street Garden, where there you can see a bronze statue of Corporal Wojtek.
They were giving a baby bear beer?
Yeah.
What?
So, to keep in line with this, a different type of soldier, got one more story.
Is this a human?
Keeping in line with the different type of soldier.
It's a tusk. This is a walrus. Alright, keep going.
The last soldier we're going to talk about is Sergeant Stubby.
Oh, Stubby.
Stubby
Penguin?
was born in 1916,
I'm gonna keep
and he
guessing.
was described as a Boston Terrier or a mutt.
Oh, it's a dog.
Yeah. He was called an uncertain breed, but he had the brindle pattern and the round head and distinct eyes of a Boston Terrier.
Oh, you didn't leave me in suspense on this one. Thank
No,
you.
well, after that one, I thought,
Surprised you didn't start it with this soldier weighed 2 ounces.
No. Okay, so members of the 102nd Infantry were on the Yale University campus in New Haven, Connecticut in July of 1917. Now, while they were there training, Stubby was just roaming around and he would hang out with the men while they did their training for the day. And when it came time to leave, one particular corporal couldn't just leave Stubby there. So, Corporal James Robert Conroy hid him on the ship, and when they were getting off the ship in France, he hid him under his coat. Now, when Stubby was eventually found by Corporal Conroy's commanding officer, Stubby actually saluted him the way that he had been taught, which was raise his right paw to his right eyebrow, so he decided to let him stay on the ship.
Why did you switch hands, too?
Because I went to the left, and I was supposed to be the right.
That just made it worse. Some people may not have noticed if you hadn't done that.
Well, I mean, just in case somebody did, I was in the story, so, alright. Now, Stubby was on the 102nd Infantry, that was in France, and he served there for 18 months. He helped with 4 offenses and 17 battles. On February 5th, 1918, he went into combat at the Shumenday Dam, and he was constantly in danger with the continuous gunfire that lasted for a month. Now, during a raid to Chespre, hopefully I said it right, he got injured by a German hand grenade and was sent to the back to heal. While he was there, he put everyone in such a better mood because the soldiers loved being around him. When he was all healed, they put him in the back. They put him back to the front of the lines. And during his first year of combat, he was hurt by mustard gas. Now, when he got better, he was given a specially made mask just for him. But since his injury, he was also able to alert when they were being attacked by gas. Like, he could smell it before anybody else could, kind of like the canary in a cage. Mm-hmm. Now, he could also find injured soldiers really easy. He could hear artillery shells coming before anyone else. So he learned to alert his troop when they needed to duck for cover, and he captured a German spy, which led him to being nominated for sergeant.
Okay.
Now, after
It's a pretty accomplished dog.
yeah. After Thierry was retaken by the United States, the women who lived in the town made Stubby a chamois coat where he could have all his medals pinned. Later, he was hurt again by a grenade in the chest and the leg, which ended with him getting 2 wound stripes. Now, when the war ended in 1918, Stubby and Corporal Robert Connery went back home. Try to say that fast.
It's like, want me to?
Stubby became a celebrity and often marched in parades across the country. He would meet Presidents Woodrow Wilson, Calvin Coolidge, and Warren G. Harding.
Nice.
He was given a lifetime membership at the American Legion and the YMCA.
Oh.
He was also given a medal in 1921 by the General of the Army's John J. Pershing from the Humane Education Society. That year, he also joined Conroy and went to Georgetown University Law Center, and he became the mascot.
Okay. Good for you, Stubby.
Yeah, right? Now, during the football games at halftime, they would give him a football, and he would just push the football around the field.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be a dog more in my life.
And, of course, the crowd would go wild seeing him because it's going to be so cute watching them.
Especially them, because I got the little push hand.
Yeah, they're adorable. Now, in March of 1926, Stubby died peacefully in his sleep, and he was sent to a taxidermist who mounted him with the ashes inside.
Aww.
He was later given to the Smithsonian in 1956.
I'm sorry, what? Mounted him with the ashes inside.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
They, I guess, took the insides out and cremated them.
I've never heard of that.
I didn't either. I just wanted to leave
Were
it
you trying to
there.
bypass that?
Yeah,
Like I
because
wasn't gonna ask what the hell that means.
I didn't want to find out, so I was
Because
just
you
like,
still have to have the body to.
just leave it alone, man.
Oh, alright. I was curious. I've never heard of it. Alright.
But he is now a permanent part of the collection, and you can see him displayed in the Price of Freedom, America's at the War exhibit. There is also a statue of Stubby at the Veterans Memorial Park in Middletown, Connecticut.
Okay. That's Stubby.
Yeah, and that's the story of different kinds of soldiers.
Nice.
Never would have thought it. I mean, I also seen one about a pigeon
Oh.
that was in the army as well.
I could see that. Pigeons were very smart back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know about today's world pigeons, but pigeons back then were really smart.
I guess it depends on where the pigeons come from. Maybe.
You got me curious though about Stubby's awards, like because they made the little vest thing for him. Did they like make special awards that were really tiny? Because this would be really heavy if they were the actual awards.
I don't know.
They had to, right? If they were pinning them to his vest, he would have been able to carry the weight. First of all, he would have been able to put enough awards on it to have all of his awards. And secondly, that would be so much weight for a little dog to drag around.
But I mean, on this picture that I'm going to post in the video, it's got.
Oh my god, it's Stubby! Wait, is that the taxidermied Stubby?
No, that's
what he actually looked like?
Yeah.
Oh.
But see, that's the life-size medals.
They are life-size medals.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Huh. Alright, we'll go Stubby.
But.
And go the bear. Oh, why did they make his face like that? That's not what he looked like in real life.
But. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. Those were interesting soldier stories.
Yeah, so they're pretty
and,
cool.
go with those animals.
Yeah.
Animals are incredible.
They are. They're very smart. Animals are like the best.
I would agree. So, yeah, that was interesting, and thank you for sharing. And,
You're welcome.
That was our WTF case.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining, and we hope you join us next time. And that's it for us on this one. So, bye.
Lovely singing voice. Okay, bye.